Dear student, welcome to this video in which I am discussing paper number 3 of your semester 2, in which we are discussing the name of the paper. If you see this is statistical methods. What are the course outcomes? So the student will acquire the knowledge. If you read this, the students will acquire knowledge of the time series data and its analysis, rates of vital events, how to compute and interpret index numbers, and cost of living index numbers. So friends, this is the statistical methods. The statistics is divided into two parts. So one is the basic concepts in statistics and the second one is applied statistics. Paper number 3 is solely related with applied statistics and paper number 4th is related with probability theory. That is the core course. So what is the content of this course? In this course, we need to learn, there are different units. So there are two units, one unit, and if you see this as the another unit. So this is the second unit. The second unit is related with index numbers. The first unit is divided into two. So the first part is related with the subunit 1 is related with analysis of time series data and the second one is demography. So normally the time series data is related in business and industry, and whereas this vital events, the demography part is related with the census. So what is the content in this? What we have to learn in the analysis of time series data? So in which we need to learn few points, and these points are related with what is meant by time series data and what is the need of time series data. What are the components? Secular trend, seasonal variation, cyclic variation, and irregular variations. So there are two models. One is a additive model, the second one is a multiplicative model. And the utility of time series data. What is the use of time series data? And the measurement of secular trend. So since there are four components, secular trend, seasonal variation, cyclical variation, and irregular variations, and we are interested in measuring the first two, so that is secular trend as seasonal variations. There are various methods, but we are interested in the measurement of secular trend by using moving average method. So that is the first method, moving average method, and progressive average method, and least square method. And there is one more method, so which measure the seasonal variation. So to measure the seasonal variation, so there is the method called as simple average method. We will discuss all this when we start this course. What is the content in demography? In demography, we need to understand what is meant by demography and what are the needs of vital statistics. What is vital events and rates of vital events. What is meant by how to measure fertility, how to measure mortality, and how to measure population growth. There are few methods of measuring fertility. One is crude birth rate, age-specific fertility rate, general fertility rate, and total fertility rate. There are few measurements of mortality. One is crude death rate, specific death rate, age-specific death rate, infant mortality rate, standardized death rate, in which there are two methods. One is a direct method and the second one is an indirect method. And in measurement of population growth, so one is a gross reproduction rate, the second one is a net reproduction rate. And we need to understand the difference between GRR and TFR and the introduction of life tables. Normally, friends, life tables are used in insurance sector, in which one has to pay the premium and what would be the premium for a certain age group. Unit 2 is related with index number. And in index number, we need to understand what is the use of index number, what are the types of index numbers. See, in this case, it is mentioned price index number, quantity index number, and value index number. What are the problems in the construction of index numbers and types of index numbers, weighted as well as unweighted index numbers. And how to measure these unweighted index number and the weighted index numbers. So for computing unweighted index number, we have these methods: simple aggregate method, average of price relative method, and for computing weighted index number, we have Laspier's method, Postier's method, and Fisher's method. So on the same line, so there are few tests of index numbers in which you can see here it is a unit test, time reversal test, and factor reversal test. And cost of living index number, what is meant by cost of living index number, and how to calculate the cost of living index number. One is a family budget method, the second one is a aggregate expenditure method. And the purchasing power of money, difference between money wage and real wage. And in this topic we need to understand what is meant by Bombay Stock Exchange and what is the National Stock Exchange. So what is the meaning and interpretation of Bombay Stock Exchange and National Stock Exchange? So this is the syllabus of your paper number 3. Paper number 3 is very interesting paper in which we are understanding how to use statistics in different walks of life. So thank you very much.